right. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Shred, what are you doing back in Fernbus? I thought you said you weren't going to do any more Fernbus videos. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know. I did say that. You're right. But you guys, you know, you still enjoy the game. You're still part of my community. And if you're going to enjoy the game, I want to try to make sure you guys can enjoy the game to the best of your ability. So there's a couple things I want to go over today. First of all, VDL buses are one of the DLC buses that are not working. The cross menu, there's things on the cross menu that aren't working. I'm going to show you how to get those working. And also, it came to my attention that Loreley has been fixed, the FPS. Now, gosh, I cannot think of his name. What a Gaming. His name used to be What a Gaming. He's been in many of my streams, but now he's like Fernbus Man or something like that. I do apologize. I will link his channel down below. But he told me that he ran through Loreley on PS5 with the AI set to like 70 or 75, and the FPS was fine. So I actually checked it out, and I have my AI set at 50, and it was good. It ran smooth, and we had decent amount of traffic. So we're going to do that. So this is going to be a little bit of a long video, but let's get into the bus here. So first things first, I need to pull this back. Hold on. I do not like that FOV. Okay, there we go. We'll do that. Okay, so if we look at the cross menu, right, we can start the bus up, which now again, guys, this is something that has changed since they did the football DLC, I believe. You have to press and hold the up on D-pad when you use the cross menu to start the bus up until it starts. So press and hold up until it falls in place. Okay, so that's how that works. Then we have here, we have drive, neutral, that's all the same. Parking, we have the horn. Okay, so as you can see, there's nothing to turn the AC on. Okay, there's nothing to turn the AC on. What is this? Retarder. Okay. Window down. Is it the shade? The shade, okay. So if we go to the other cross menu, we have the doors, so we can open those. But as we're scrolling across, there's no way to turn on the destination board. So if you don't have the destination board on, people will not board the bus. Okay, so just to prove my point, oops, we'll log in. Okay, and we'll talk to this gentleman here. Where are you bound for? Is this bus bound in my direction? See that? So that's not on the cross menu anymore. Okay, so what you can do, for one, the AC, right? So I have my keyboard and mouse set up. So if I press G, okay, that should have turned on the AC. Let me just do that again. See that? You can see the button getting pressed. And let's see, what? B and V? Yes, so we could turn up. Let's actually turn it down. So see that we are turning the AC up there, 20.5. That's good. Let's see here. Okay, what is the key for? Is it Z? Yes. Okay, so if we press Z, you can see that there on the keyboard, we can get the sign working. Okay, so let's shut that off. If you don't have a keyboard, and if you have a mouse, literally any mouse you can hook up, right? Go down here like this, okay? And to get up the cursor, you just right-click your mouse, and you get the cursor up. And then this button here, see that? So that'll turn it on. So things are working, the buttons are working in the actual bus. The hotkeys on a keyboard are actually working. It's just a cross menu that's not. So yeah, it's the cross menu that's not working for whatever reason. And I want to be honest with you guys. I think I think Nico may be a little bit upset with me because of my negativity towards Fernbus lately. You know, look, I didn't set out to burn any bridges or anything like that. But I can't sugarcoat it, right? When the game is so badly broken and when people pay for these DLCs, buses, and they're not fixed, you know, it's just kind of ridiculous. Oh, wait a minute. Something else is missing. No. Okay, the lights are on. Wait a minute. What about restroom clearance? Passenger monitors. Okay, that's all there. Alright, so if there's anything else that's not on here, just let me know in the comments, and I'll let you guys know how to get it working. Okay, I'm going to get these passengers on the bus, and then we will start our trip. Alright, we got everybody on the bus, and honestly, doing that, like, I edited that out, but I was getting stutters just getting people actually on the bus. So we will be using the mouse and keyboard today since I have it hooked up. So let's shut the doors. Wait, do we only have the one door? Oh no, that was shut. Okay, cool. Alright, so a couple things I'm going to mention. Let's do that. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, the announcement is gone too. So again, on the keyboard, if you press Alt, turns on the announcement. Alt shuts it off. Okay, and my wheel isn't working. What is going on? Oh, wait. That was my fault. I didn't connect it. Okay. So one thing I should talk about, my driving may not be good because I kind of did something to my brake. One of the elastomers that I had in my load cell brake busted, so I had to replace it. I didn't have another one the same softness of that one, so I had to put a harder elastomer in there, so the brake is a lot stiffer now. So if my braking is a little different, that's why. No, actually the brake feels good. Oh, it actually feels good this way. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so again, the AI is at 50 right now, and that's still broken. The turn signals don't shut off. I will say, the game's looking good. Graphics-wise, it's looking good. If they could just get that performance a little better, if they could just get all of the buses working properly, it would be fine. You know, I'm even thinking maybe we'll start live streaming the football DLC again. If the game's starting to run a little better. Now, the middle mirror, no matter what I put my graphics settings on, that does not show up. That stays like that, which is fine because I know for a fact that that takes up a lot of resources. That hurts the FPS quite a bit, so I'm actually fine with that. But I mean, this is such a pretty part of the map, and I mean the graphics, they look good. Like literally, I will say these graphics on the PS5 look better than the game does on my PC. So that's why I always feel that my PC is kind of a good judge of how a game will run on PS5. And I kind of feel like this game runs similar, although I can't run it in 4K. That's definitely not. So if this is indeed running 4K on PS5, then that's one up on my PC. So this little jaunt into Loreley always tanks the FPS. It has for the longest time. It was always had to do with the AI. I'm not testing this right now on the video with like 75% AI. I am going to test it with the 50 for the simple reason I felt like the 50 was pretty decent. There was actually quite a bit of traffic. I experienced a traffic jam in Loreley, which is normal, and the FPS didn't drop. Maybe it dropped 1 or 2 here and there, but not like it used to. I mean, usually going into Loreley, the FPS would like drop to maybe 3. I think Nico suggested having the AI like around like 40, 35 to 40 to get it better. So far so good. So I will have this video out before Thursday, and Thursday we are going to be doing our first live stream taking a look at the bus on PC. Now, a longtime subscriber and fellow YouTube content creator was so nice to gift me a copy of the game on Steam. That's Popcorn Simulation. Big thanks to him for gifting me that game. Now, I will say, on my PC, I can only get 30 FPS with it at 1080p. I have no idea how it's going to react to OBS running, so I don't know how the stream is going to be. But I can say that the game is actually pretty good. Like, again, I just feel that TML is not good at optimizing games. That's just where they're at, I think. Okay, let's just see. These intersections. See, ooh. Okay, so I don't know how this works. It's not working. They're just okay. You know what? We're just going. So you can see we have a traffic jam here. We are in Loreley, I believe, and she's running pretty smooth. I mean, she might be dropping a few frames, but I mean nothing like she used to. So I don't know what they did. I don't know when they did it. Again, this is the problem. They don't communicate. They don't say what they did in patches. They don't say anything. So they fix stuff. It would be nice to know. But instead they don't. They just, I don't know. I don't know if they just want to surprise you with it or what. But this is Loreley. That here, that's the little issue that's always been in this game. Okay, we'll open the doors. That's always been this game. When you go to a stop, it does that little stutter for some reason. I have no idea why it does that, but it's always done it. It does it on PC as well. All right, let's find out who's getting on the bus. Are you guys getting on the bus, gentlemen? Yes, okay. Get on the bus, sir.
Cool.
We got quite a few people get on the bus here. Okay, this is interesting. Okay.
Hi, das Ticket. Bitte schön. Auf geht's.
Hello, mein Ticket. Vielen Dank.
Alrighty. How about you, ma'am?
Ich würde gerne ein Ticket kaufen.
Oh, lady, you would need a ticket, wouldn't you? Just gonna be a pain in my backside. Alright, let's go all the way down. So I'm using the mouse for this because you can get there much quicker. Check. We're in Loreley. Oh, she wants to travel to... Okay, I thought that said we ain't going to Warsaw. That would probably be a fun trip. But, no. We're not going to Warsaw. Okay. Yep. Alright.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, sorry lady. How about you? No? How about you, ma'am?
Hello?
You?
Hier ist
Anyone?
mein Ticket. Danke.
See what we got.
Mahlzeit.
2 more
Wenig
people.
gierig. Danke sehr.
You? No.
Grüezi. Hier ist mein Ticket.
Okay, yeah, we need 2 more people,
Dankeschön.
I think. But you? No.
grüezi. Bitte sehr. Danke sehr.
Okay, I think that's
Ist
it.
schon okay. Ich nehme einen anderen Bus.
Okay, she'll take another bus. There's this guy. Okay, that's it. So let's load up and we will be going to our last stop, which... What are we going to? Koblenz. Okay, yeah. So... I'm really happy this is working because this is a really fun route. I've always enjoyed this route. Oh, let's...
Hallo und herzlich
Hit that.
willkommen bei FlixBus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam
It felt like we had a little bit of stutter there. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to escape this here. We're gonna... Okay, we're dropping frames here. Yeah, we're dropping frames here, but that's probably because the traffic is all backed up. That would be my guess. It didn't do this last night. It didn't do this last night when I checked it out. But again, it's not as bad as it was. And I'm probably going to say once we get out of this area, it'll clear up. I mean, yeah, literally before, this was running probably like 2-3 frames per second in a situation like this. So it's definitely not perfect, but it's better. I would say it's playable. Okay, we're going for it. Oh, come
Alter,
on!
wo hast du denn deinen Führerschein gemacht?
That car was not that close. Oh, I swear the AI in this game. The AI isn't any better on the PC version, guys. Okay, so don't think that, you know, we're getting kind of the poor end of the stick on that, because the AI really isn't that much better on the PC version. Okay, so now we are headed towards Koblenz, and I think this is a tricky route if I'm not mistaken. I think there's a lot of what do you call them, like switchbacks? Kind of like the southern... You're speeding. Ugh. Okay, people, calm down. What are they worried about if I'm speeding? They're not going to get the ticket. Okay, now I'm really speeding. They're not going to get a ticket. I am. Just calm down. You want to get to where you're going, don't you? But yeah, so Loreley, that should have been the worst of it. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get back into this game, and I'm going to have to test things out. I'm going to have to go right around Poland, because Poland is one that's always been bad. I'm going to have to go back up into Denmark. I'm going to have to see how that is. I'm going to have to go over to France. Because honestly, I feel like if they straightened out Loreley was the worst. It was one of the worst areas on the map. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Please, in the comments, if there was an area worse than Loreley, let me know. I'm pretty sure this was one of the worst, though. Okay, so now we're going to get to the area where I was kind of telling you guys before about this. When you get to a stop sign or like a yield situation like this, if the traffic doesn't stop, we will not move. We will be stuck here forever because the AI it won't make a move. And for some reason in this game, and again, I'm only at 50% AI, and the traffic just will not stop. There's no break in the traffic. That's another issue with AI in this game. There has to be a break in the traffic to let cars go. It can't just be constant like this, and it is. It's just, as you can see, they're not stopping. So we're going to have to try to do some evasive maneuvers here because we're going to be here forever. And I got a bus full of people that they got to get going. Okay, you can hit me. I don't think they did. I didn't hear anybody complaining, so there. Sometimes you just have to get a little aggressive, and the AI won't do that, and you'll just sit there forever. Again, is that immersive? No. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So see, we're definitely getting frame drops. There's no doubt about it. You can see them. I can clearly see them. I know. I feel like some of you guys maybe can't. Yeah, I see a lot. Like I see some people saying that my game runs perfectly smooth, and I'm like, no. I'm sorry, but no, it doesn't. You may think it does. You may not be noticing it for some reason, but please trust me. This game is not running smoothly on anybody's PS5. You're just, for some reason, not noticing it. You know, I don't know why. You know, maybe some people are just, you know, so in love with the game that they just don't want to see any faults in it. You know, but that's not going to help the game. You know, it's not going to help the game by pretending there's nothing wrong with it, because there definitely is. But this is probably the smoothest I remember going through Loreley, and boy, why are they going so fast? Jesus. This is such a pretty part of the map too. I absolutely love this part of the map. With that lake and the big ship. It's so good. And it's running fairly well. Like I said, we did have a couple frame drops. Again, nothing that I would consider is unplayable. Now the question is, when did this happen? Was this the last like hotfix? Because the last two updates, guys, all they were for is to just put the new DLC buses in the game. That's it. They didn't fix anything. They didn't do anything like that. That's all that was for, is to just put the DLC buses in the game. Also, driving through here through winter is really nice. It is really nice. And I have an itch on my leg, damn it. Of course, it's always your like accelerator foot. Okay, so we're almost there at Coblen. So apparently we didn't have to go through those switchbacks. Apparently they have all of the DLC buses fixed. They're just waiting to put out the patch. See what I mean? It's non-stop traffic. By the time one vehicle goes, there's like 10 others. Okay, here we are at the stop. So,
Wenn ich nur vorher gewusst hätte, wie
you
schnell
know,
und günstig Fernbusse sein können.
here's the thing, guys. I only tell you guys what I see. Right? So, when I put out a video like the last one where I was fed up with it, it's because the game was running horribly. And I was fed up with it. You know, now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, they did something. I don't know what they did. I don't know when they did it. They did something to fix the Loreley area. And honestly, with the 50% AI, I'm happy with that. I didn't have an issue with that. And, oh gosh, I didn't want to do that. Let's get up and let's let them get their luggage. They're probably going to want that. Well, luggage, wait a minute, the luggage is already gone. They already have it. I didn't even open that. Okay, so there's yet another bug. They got out, they took their luggage, and I didn't even have to open the doors. You know, so that's something else that's going to have to be fixed. It seems like every time they fix something, no, it seems like every time they add a new DLC, something else gets broken. And the problem is, Zero Games is pretty much like, what do I want to say? They're like a developer for hire. You know what I mean? So they have to get a hold of them and you know, pay them every time something needs to be fixed in the game. Still, the game looks good. The buses look good. The reflections and everything like that looks pretty good. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to test it. I'm gonna have to go other places and see how it is. You know, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just do content on it and show you guys as well to see if anything else is fixed. Maybe we can get back into the football DLC and start playing that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Have you noticed anything? Have you noticed other parts of the map that have been running smoother, that FPS has been fixed? You know, let me know any differences you have felt in the game since the bus DLC and the first kind of hot fix patch. So, that's where we're going to end this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And we'll see you next time.